Pyjamas, they decided to start on CT side of it. Second map of the series is going to be Overpass. That's chosen by Nip, ENCE starting on CT side of that one. Third and final map is going to be Inferno. I just realized that wasn't updated on HLTV yet, so some of you guys might not be familiar with that. But again, we are going to be starting here on Train, the first map of this series. That is chosen by ENCE, which is why Ninjas in Pyjamas are starting on the CT side. Sonny catches the first rack here. Ariel chiming in with one of his own. It's now going to be all on Plopsky and Twist to try and see if they can bring this one back. Sonny with a double for the round already. Ariel with one. I'm going to try and tap away through the smoke here. Not catching anyone just yet. And with the bomb planted over on that A bomb side, it is going to make it a little bit tougher for them. Twist peeks out and does manage to find the frag gun. Sonny shut him down. Twist is going to be inching his way forward. Sergey is close by. In the meantime, Aloe takes a little bit of damage on Plopsky. Or from Plopsky, rather. Oh, Twist. Not the greatest spray down, more or less, with the USB, but does eventually manage to get the job done. Twist is now going to try and see if he can push in towards the bomb site and see if he can get on that defuse, but he won't be able to. Aloe shuts them both down, takes care of the final remaining players. That'll do the trick. ENCE will pick up the pistol. Quickly, I want to inform you guys, if you weren't here for the first game that we covered on this channel, we're having some difficulties with the auto-director. Auto-director typically works alright to catch most of the frags happening. Auto-director is not working at all right now. That means that I'll have to try and see if I can do a little bit of observing while casting at the same time, which is obviously not going to be an easy task for me. But, you know, I'll give it my all, see if I can get the job done here. ENCE quickly in towards the A bomb site to try and see if they can get the bomb down, find another round on the board, perhaps. Find their second. Happening just yet not, with a nice little double here. Catching one over towards the A bomb site and then rotating back towards speed to find one before he's quickly traded out. It's now all on Plopsky and Twist to try and see if they can bring this one back. Aloe in a good position, but it's actually going to be Plopsky winning that duel. And Twist already over close towards that B bomb site. Going to try and see if he can catch someone out. Potentially deal a little bit of damage. He did spot one on the back of default bomb site. Going to be pushing his way forward here. Plopsky does get the trade onto X7. Brings it back to a one-on-one situation. But Ariel changed up his position slightly over towards lower train now. Gray train, whatever people call it nowadays. As he peeks out, it will be Ariel to shut down the final player. Plopsky falls. And ENCE do manage to hold on to the round, but that was way too close for comfort. Got down to a one-on-one situation. ENCE do manage to sort of clutch it out. Wasn't necessarily a clutch, but you get the point. Managed to hold on to the round, rather. NIP, due to that round coming down to a one-on-one situation, they do decide to go for another force buy here. They realize that they dealt so much economic damage towards ENCE in that round that they could potentially make something happen in this one with a force buy. That is what they're going for, but they lose a player right off the bat. Do manage to answer back here, Nor catching one of his own. But quick trades coming through once again. It's now going to be on Lekro and just Plopsky now. Left alone in a 1-on-4 situation. Does manage to find one onto Sergey, but so low on HP. Takes so much damage in the process. Yeah, in a 1-on-3 situation with 7 HP, there's probably not a whole lot he can do for this one. We do have X7 spraying away, trying to catch him. X7 is close by for that potential flank. Plopsky managed to get away. Get back to relative safety for now. Still needs to get further away, because I wonder if he will survive in this position. I think you take damage from standing here. I think he'll die. Yeah, he will. Plopsky goes down to the bomb. Obviously not what he was hoping for. He was hoping to bring that SMG with him into the next round. It is a rough one with the bomb radius. It can be very tough to judge exactly how far you'll take damage. And it depends. The bomb radius is not the same on every single map. For instance, on Nuke, you don't really take that much damage if you stand like pretty much right next to it. On Inferno, if you're in pit, you barely take any damage. Well, you can survive if you're full HP, if you're standing in pit. But if you're moving towards apartments, you take like pretty much the same amount of damage. It's kind of weird. Bomb radius works a little bit strange in my opinion. And Nuke is a whole different thing. You can stand on the same bomb site and you can be half HP and still survive. Nuke is very weird when it comes to bomb radius. This time around, it is going to be a bit of an eco here for NIP, giving ENCE a good opportunity to find another round on the board. Make this a 4-0 start for them. As I mentioned, for NIP to get a good sort of a good ending to this this group stage play here for EPL season 11, excuse me. Don't know where that 7 came from. For them to get a good finish to the group stage of this one, they obviously need to take a victory here. That will give them the possibility of a head-to-head determining who will take the #1 spot for Group A. Fairly important for NIP to take a victory here. Otherwise, it's down to the other teams whether or not they'll actually make it through. Lecro, nice little double action. Ariel, the double of his own. It's going to be X7 with the final frag for the round. ENCE picks up yet another, making it 4-0 on the board now. NIP finally with enough money to buy up completely. As you can see, they will have double AWP set up. AWP on Nok and Twist in force on the rest of them. Only one defuse kit. That could potentially be an issue for them. Obviously a bit too early to determine whether or not that's going to make any difference. Lecro pushing up forward towards Olaf. Nok and Lecro do manage to catch one each, but they're both traded out immediately after. Ariel pushing up further towards the bomb site. The bomb was dropped over at, well, between Pop Dog and E-Box and Twist. He's got the bomb in his line of sight. How do you miss that though? That should have been the easiest shot of his life. And he misses it. Allows them to pick up the bomb. Make a move back in towards the bomb site for that plant. Twist still trying to find an angle here. Try and push his way forward. Plopsky in the meantime, he tries the same, but he gets denied. Sonny shuts him down, and they're pretty certain where Twist is at now. They know there's more or less just one position that he can be in. And they're right. Smoking him off allows ENCE to fall back to relative safety. Oh, I said that a bit too soon, it seems. Sonny gets taken down by Twist. Twist is going to be looking for a little bit more, but he won't find it. The final 2 players for ENCE will be able to hold on to their weapons, and so will Twist. But it will be yet another round on the board here for ENCE. 5-0. Very solid start, especially considering they're starting on the T side of Train. We typically consider this a fairly CT-sided map, so to get a start like this for ENCE, it's pretty solid. Now, obviously, still got plenty of rounds to go. There's no telling exactly how this one is going to pan out. Do want to say that ENCE, they've not looked good for the entire season for the group play here in Group A. They are sitting at the very bottom. They haven't won a single match yet out of the 4 that they've played. This is their 5th matchup. If they start winning now, That'll be a little bit strange, but again, it's Counter-Strike. Anything can happen, honestly. Bit interesting to see Ariel already pushed up super far in towards the A-bomb site. We do have 2 defenders close towards the A-bomb site right now. That's Res and Twist. Twist trying to catch something of his own. Does deal a good amount of damage onto Alu. In the meantime, Plopsky going for a bit of aggression of his own down from the B-bomb site. Pushed his way forward. Hasn't found anything yet. He's got to get taken down by X7. Good positioning there. It's now going to be on Twist, Nog, and Rest. Twist did manage to catch one on Sunny. Rest taken down. It's Nog and Twist left alone in a 2-on-4 situation. ENCE bringing it back closer towards the A-bomb site. Will be able to get the bomb down. Should be able to get the bomb down, and does manage to do so eventually. Nog left alone. As I said, obviously not a whole lot left for him to do in this one. Takes continuous damage through the wall, or through the boxes, the edge of the boxes here. He needs to be careful about the potential flank, because we do have Sergey in a good spot as well, and it will be Sergey to shut him down eventually. That's going to be the 6th round on the board now. Very, very strong start here for ENCE. Heading into start of this one. Now, as I said, ENCE haven't been able to secure a victory in the group play yet. They've played 4 matches. This is their 5th. That means that they've played every other opponent. That means that they've lost to Godsend, they've lost to Spirit, they've lost to Vitality and Astralis. Now they're up against NIP. Try and see if they can salvage anything at all. Just get 1 victory in the group play of EPL Season 11. That is sort of what's on the line here for ENCE. I guess what's really on the line is them trying to hold on to a bit of dignity, I suppose. Plopsky, decent positioning. Only catching 1 though, quickly traded out and taken down. Sergey in the meantime, he's going to try and do his very best to bring in this one back closer towards the A-bomb site. We already got Sunny in a good position over towards A. Got to try and put himself in an even better position up on the high ground. Quickly going to realize that it's planted on the A-bomb site now. Twist going to be peeking in, but as I said, good positioning here from Sunny. He could be huge in this round. I would have loved to see the bomb planted in a different position. This default plant, okay, so obviously it doesn't give Sunny's position away, but he does that himself. Finds the frag on Twist, shuts him down. It's now Nog, the AWP, and Lecro, but they won't get anything out of it. They realize that the timer is running low, and they realize they have to try and see if they can fall back and just hold on to their weapons. He will be able to do so as Lecro does take care of Sunny. Sunny was the only one actually going for a chase there. Already 7-0 on the board for ENCE. That's absolutely brilliant. And that nip magic that we've missed for so many years now, it's about time to find a little hint of that at this point, I feel like. A little sprinkle of nip magic would definitely land in a dry place, I suppose. This is not a good start. Lecro does find a good start to this round at the very least. Good amount of damage out towards Ivy as well. Elo and Sonic both taking a bit of damage from that molly in that position. Twist, oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. He knows that they went for this boost here. Look at Twist. Look at Twist. Would you look at it? What is he doing? He's just sneaking his way through a smoke. Like this was absolutely nothing. That's so good. Rest taking care of Sergey. Okay, this is a good round now. This is not bad any longer. First round on the ball. NIP. Can you grab it? Yes, they will. It's a clean round as well. That's definitely going to help them as they push forward. Clean round is going to help them with their economy, is what I'm trying to say. But obviously, still going to be plenty of money here for ENCE to buy up for this round. Silver lining for NIP, though, is that even though ENCE have gotten 7 rounds in a row, their economy is not amazing. That means that, yeah, ENCE will be able to buy up for this round, but they don't really have a lot of money in their reserve. So, buying up in the next round is going to be a bit... No, it really comes down to whether they get a bomb plant or not. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, we are having some issues with the auto director. It's simply not working. I can leave it on auto director for you guys for a round, but you'll miss all the action. You'll miss all the kills. Instead, I'm trying to sort of observe myself while I'm casting and while I'm running production and looking at all the information I'm given by the, like, I don't know what they're called. the guys who give me information. I don't know what their job title is. Production managers, I suppose. So yeah, observing is going to be a little bit rubbish. Not going to lie to you. It's not going to be the greatest, but I'll do my best, okay? I'll try and make it interesting for you guys. Make sure you catch as many of the kills as possible. Sergey, it's a good one on to Res. 7 catching one as well. Not going to be pushing in with the AWP. Spots one on the bomb site. Won't be able to take him down just yet, but finally he does. Plopsky and Nog now in a 2-on-3 as Nog does find another. Managed to get his way out of Dutch. At least stay safe for a little bit longer. Plopsky in the meantime, he connects one over towards the A bomb site. It's now going to be all on Sunny and Aloe. Aloe with the AWP missing a crucial shot. Can't connect it the second time around either. Plopsky answers back yet again. That's a double for the round. Alongside with Nog, who got a double as well. And Aloe, timer is running low. There's nothing left for him to do. He's forced to fall back. See if he can hold on to the AWP, and he'll be able to do that. As I mentioned, that was a round with auto director, and as you saw, we missed all of the action. Now I'll get back to try and do it, and hopefully it will be a little bit better. I'm not making any promises here, okay? We'll see how it turns out. Real quick, I do want to commend you guys for being so supportive of you know, us having to throw this over to online instead of having it on LAN, which is what we typically do for ESL Pro League. It is a bit unfortunate what's going on right now in the world, but there's nothing we can do about it, and we just have to get the best out of it. And to see you guys show so much support and, you know, basically just watching everything you can, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you guys so much for doing so. Bobsky catching the first frag on to Sergey. Do have another player close by, that's going to be X7, but Molly in his place makes it a little bit more difficult for him. In the meantime, it does look like they are going to be setting up for the aggression in towards that B bomb site, potentially. At least that's what they're lining up for right now. You have Res in a good position down in Pop Dog, making sure they cannot move into that position. Nog is posted up in a good position of his own with the AWP. We do have Lecro over by Connector watching towards the high ground, but I do believe it's going to be Nog here. Ooh, actually missing the first shot, but Plopsky in a good position as well. He lines them up, catches the double. Okay, they're not done yet. Sonny on Alu hitting some gnarly shots here. Twist with his AWP over towards the connector area of it. Res on the flank to try and see if they can bring this one back. Alu, beautiful double. Sonny chiming in with one of his own. Try and help it out. Res could be a key factor for this round. If he finds that kill on Alu, that could definitely help out. Yeah, now it's going to be all on Sonny, but he actually finds the frag and gets out of danger just in time. But the smoke could actually bait him out here. Res! Oh, he almost catches him through the smoke. Sonny, it's now or never. He doesn't get it. He had the right idea, but he failed ever so slightly towards the end of it. NIP somehow managing to clutch out that round as well. Third round on the board now for NIP. So yeah, again, not the greatest start to the game for NIP, but they're already fighting back with everything they've got. And honestly, they're doing a pretty good job at it. It's gonna be Electro finding the first frag for this round. It is another full buy here for ENCE. Remind you guys that the previous round was a bit of an eco, bit of a min buy, but they still managed to deal a lot of economic damage towards the opposition. Sergey catching a frag over towards the B bomb site, pushing his way in towards it. Arrest in a good spot in Pop Dog, patient waiting for anyone to push down towards his position. They are setting up for the double drop. He finds the first, quickly traded out though. It's now going to be all on Ariel and Sergey. Ariel still over towards the B bomb site. Do have a decent positioning here, but he's not watching in towards the bomb site. That allows the players to move a little bit closer now. Ariel and Sergey still on the bomb site, trying to defend this potential retake. It is a 2-on-3. Sergey needs to come up big time for this one, but he doesn't. And it's now all on Ariel, sneaking his way past, trying to find something. He finds the first, cannot get the second, not just yet at least. The bomb is planted by default, so the molly needs to hit precisely. Oh, the smoke saves him! No! Ariel still managed to clutch it out. That's so sick. Quad kill for Ariel in that round. That smoke, like sacrificing yourself to throw a smoke on that molly from connector, is absolutely insane. I love it. Unfortunately for them, it didn't quite work out, as it will be a round on the board here in the favor of ENCE. That's going to be their 8th. After 3 in a row for NIP, ENCE back on the board. 8 rounds on the T side is already pretty good. And they're in a comfortable spot to potentially find a little bit more, especially this round, because it is going to be a bit of a min buy, a bit of an eco here for NIP. Should be another round on the board for ENCE, of course, but only time will tell. Been wrong before, so let's see how that pans out. As I said, very nice sacrifice there, but unfortunately it didn't quite work out as he was hoping it would. Like the idea though. Very good idea. As I said, this time around it is going to be a bit of an eco here for NIP. Ooh. 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 Giving a good opportunity for ENCE to find another round on the board. First frag and the second, actually both going in the favor of NIP. Plopsky, he's in a good spot on the bomb site here. Oh, Plopsky denying the bomb plant. No, not like this. What's happening? Sonny has taken a lot of damage. It's all on Alu. What just happened? Is this Counter-Strike? Oh no, how do you miss that shot? This looks like some sort of a sick joke. Like, who's pulling this prank on me? What's happening? How do they win this eco? Obviously, the 2 shots over towards the A-bomb site was really good. And then in a 5-on-3 situation, a few minor mistakes from ENCE makes it a bit difficult for them. And Plopsky's positioning was huge. Absolutely massive. Ariel just storming in towards the A-bomb site. Try and see if he can get something done, and he does find the first frag for it. He's going to be trying to see if he can push his way further forward. Lecro more or less forced to fall back for this one. Plopsky going down over towards the B bomb site, not going for the quick rotation. That's a nice shot from him. Connects onto Sergey. Might be an eco victory here for ENCE. Obviously a bit too early to say, as we're still in a A 3-on-3 situation. Molly up towards the back of the site. No, forces Alu to move position. Nog in the meantime missing the timing on that one. He's taking his silencer off the USP. What is he doing? Okay, still works. Still works. X7. Okay. Nice shot, 6-7. Calm down, buddy. Nog still on it. Won't get the defuse, but look at the damage dealt. All players die. X7 in a 1-on-3 situation will not be able to salvage the round, but at the very least, that was an eco, and he managed to, well, it was actually a bit of a false buy. I see now. What I'm trying to say is, they were limited in their weapons. They still managed to take down every single player of NIP. They managed to pick up an AWP. Oh no, X7. No. X7 blocking his teammate. Causing him to die. That's so rough. It's now going to be all on Alu with that AWP and Sergey with a Desert Eagle. Sergey spots his opponent, won't be able to hit the shots though. Alu, last man standing. Oh, that will do the trick. Nice little touchdown on Kobe to finish off the round. And we are going to be heading into the final round for the first half. And as you can see, the money is not great here for ENCE. This final half could potentially still go in the favor of NIP. And considering how this started off, was it 7-0 on the board? Is that correct? Am I right? I'm right. It was 7-0 in the favor of ENCE. And considering how horrible this looked at the start of it, the fact that NIP managed to bring this one back is absolutely brilliant. Twist taking a lot of damage, Rest getting taken down, Lekro taking a lot of damage on his own, Plopsky catching a frag onto Sergey, nice shot from Lekro as well. It's now going to be all on Alu and X7. Oh, almost catching through the nade toss. Deals so much damage on X7. As I said, it's all on him and Alu to try and see if they can bring this one back. But a 2-on-4 situation. Not a whole lot they can do about this one. With Alu going down and X7 being the last man standing. Again, probably not going to happen. And indeed, he gets taken down as well. Twist dealing the killing blow. And you guys are right. That was a triple AWP setup. Now, it is actually... I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it's common to have a triple AWP setup on Train. But it is... Train is the map where we first saw, like, back in the old days. If we got any boomers in here, you know what I'm talking about. Back in the old days, we saw... This is the first map where we saw double AWP setups. And back then, we also saw triple AWP setups fairly frequently. Now, obviously, back then, you could see underneath the trains, the whole setup of the map was very different. And you could see underneath every single train, which gave you a good opportunity with an AWP to deal a lot of damage towards your opponents. Which is why we saw, like, a lot of open spaces allows you to go for that triple AWP setup. Nowadays, however, we don't see the triple AWP setup that often. We still do see it every once in a while, and obviously, it's still pretty... Still pretty nice to see that it gets that they bring it back into it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I want to try and keep you guys updated on the other games going on right now. Astralis versus Vitality, currently 7-6. Godsent versus Spirit, currently... Okay, 7-6 to Astralis, my bad. Godsent versus Spirit, currently 8-6 for Spirit. And here we are 8-7. In favor of ENCE. All matches currently going on actually have potential of being 8-7 for the halftime. That's not something you see every day. Real quick, I do want to let you guys know that if you want to sort of catch up on the other games going on right now, what you can do is click on the squad mode, whatever it's called in English. the squad thingy. Then you can watch ESL underscore CSGO. You can watch ESL underscore CSGO B, this stream. And you can watch ESL underscore CSGO C all at the same time. So make sure you show some love, show some support to all of the streams at the same time. It helps out massively in these rough times. You know what? Regardless of how many people we got watching, we'll still be covering the games. So don't worry about it. Now again, it is the first map of the series, Train. It has been chosen by ENCE. We are just waiting for the players to ready up so we can get this second half underway. Second map of the series is going to be Overpass, chosen by NIP. Third map of the series, if we get that far, will be Inferno. Let's take a quick look at the stats for the different maps while we're at it. Here on Train, it makes pretty good sense if ENCE takes the victory. First of all, it's their map choice. Second of all, it's a map that they're decently comfortable on. A map that they've definitely played a few times before, and they're pretty comfortable on it, as I said. ENCE have played it 5 times. They have a 60% win rate. NIP, they've only played it 2 times in the past 3 months, and they've lost both of those. That was against Navi and MIBR last month. The one against Navi was at Katowice. Second map, Overpass, chosen by NIP. They've played that 5 times in the past 3 months. They have a 60% win rate on it. ENCE, they haven't won once out of the 5 times that they've played it in the last 3 months. Third and final map, 3 times played for NIP, 100% win rate. 5 times played for ENCE, 60% win rate on that one. If we should look at just the stats, just the statistics, and make a conclusion out of those, it should go to the third map with ENCE taking a victory on this one, NIP taking a victory on Overpass, and the third and final map being fairly close. But obviously stats are not the end-all be-all. It's good to have, but it doesn't give you a complete idea of what's actually going to happen. Good flashbang out towards Ivy position. Klopsky, he goes for the peek though. He finds the first onto Sunny. Shuts him down. Looks for a little bit more. X7 is here as well. X7 does take a good chunk of damage from that exchange. He's still testing and trying. He needs to be careful he doesn't get taken down, and he will actually get taken down. Klopsky. Beautiful double for this one. Nok helping out with one of his own. Klopsky finds a triple. Even though he's down to 8 HP, he still might manage to find yet another. And Aloe. Now the last man standing in a 1-on-5 situation. What is he supposed to do? The answer is nothing. If you're up against Klopsky, doesn't matter how low he is on HP. If he's got a pistol in his hand, he'll do his absolute greatest to shut you down as quick as possible. Beautiful stuff here from Klopsky. Quad kill. 2 of those kills on 8 HP is very good. Bit of an early exchange here in this round as X7 and Sergey gets taken down. Res and Twist. They get traded out immediately though. My apologies for being a little bit absent there. Bit of a cough attack every once in a while. Happens. That is one of the downsides of being solo. Well, I don't see a lot of upsides with it. Obviously, you don't have to rely on anyone else, which is kind of cool, but yeah. What I'm trying to say is, bit of a coughing attack there, but we're good for now. Aloe. Last man standing again, and with a USP again. Probably not a whole lot he can do for this one. There should be another round on the board for NIP, and it will be exactly that as Aloe finally gets taken down by Electro. That is going to make it 9-8 on the board now. NIP answering back towards the middle and through to the end of that first half. Starting off strong here on the second half as well. I feel like if NIP takes the victory here on Train, this is probably going to be a 2-0, and I hate to say it. ENCE finally enough money to buy up more or less completely for this one. Reason why I say more or less and not entirely, because they are lacking utility, as you can see, and we don't have any Kevlar on Alu, which could potentially be an issue. Alu is posted up with that AWP, patient, waiting for any aggression to come his way. Flashbang out, he reacts to it really well and finds the frag. That means Sergey, decent positioning, but quickly traded out. Plopsky and Nork catching one each. The bomb about to get planted. Plopsky trying for a little bit more, but maybe getting a bit overconfident in that situation. Nork, he'll get taken down in the meantime by Sonny over towards Ivy, and it's now going to be all on Res. Left alone in a 1-on-3 situation. Spots the burst, deals a bit of damage, but won't deal enough to take him down. Ariel gets the trade and secures the first round for the second half in the favor of ENCE. First buy round goes in their favor. Still have a decent amount of money in the hands of NIP here. As you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, due to that bomb being planted, they can actually justify a force buy. It wouldn't be that awful of an idea here for NIP to go for a force buy. Plopsky can drop the AWP if he wishes to do so. Res can buy an AK for himself. Twist can get a Galil. Lekro can get an AK. Nork is going to be a bit limited, probably an SMG, something like that. Or just a Desert Eagle. No AWP in play, but they do decide to go for the force buy. And I think that's a pretty good idea, honestly. Lekro, he's going to be pushing in first. Inch his way forward here. A lot of flashes. Puts a bit of pressure on him. Another flashbang, that's brilliant. Ariel pushes forward, finds one of his own. Twist trades him out, but X7 taking care of Twist. He'll have knocked down towards the Ivy position. He's forced to fall back as the smoke ballooned. This is now going to be Plopsky, Res, and Nork in a 3-on-4 situation against more or less the entirety of ENCE. Smoke out, over towards the sandwich portion of it. Plopsky peeks out, won't find anything just yet. Res in the meantime, tapping away, connects onto X7. Plopsky finding one right in the edge of the smoke there as Sonny decides to push through slightly. Sergey, that's a good kill on to Plopsky. Now his position is known on the back of the site. Nork spots him out, won't be able to take him down just yet. Res falls to Alu. It's now going to be all on Nork. Almost connecting on both, but not quite. Close but no cigar, as we say. ENCE will pick up the second round. Be the first team to make it to double digits. This time around it is going to be an eco for NIP. Should be easy pickings here for ENCE. Sergey is in a pretty good spot to potentially deal with this eco if it becomes a rush over towards the B bomb site. Do have Aloe in the same sort of position as he's been a couple of times already, with that AWP just up and down the spool at the back side of it. Sergey still comfortable spot if they decide to push out through upper. So this is just a default bomb rush here for NIP. It's something we see every once in a while. And when it works, it's brilliant, because all they want to do is try and see if they can get the bomb down, get a bit of extra money in their hands. But when it doesn't work, it just looks a little bit silly. Running straight into the open arms of Sergey. Holding down mouse 1. Spray and pray, and it works out just fine. ENCE back in the lead, 11-9 now. This time around, we will have enough money for NIP to buy up once again. Press. And towards T-Connector. 2 players actually pushing up a little bit close towards T-Connector. That's going to be Sunny and Ariel. Could potentially find something from that position. The smoke and the flash down towards Ivy. Elo is not going to be finding anything from that position just yet. Plopsky is going to be inching his way through the smoke, and they are going to be pushing forward here. Do have a couple of players on the bomb side. I believe it's X7 just watching the angle. It's patient, waiting for the aggression to come his way. Lines it up, finds the first. Almost lines them up for a couple more, but he won't be able to find them. It's now going to be all on Lecro and Twist. Twist finds one, gets a second. Lecro not checking his angles at all. Not checking over towards Sandwich. Gets taken down by Sunny. Twist, he knows the rough position of Sunny, but has absolutely no idea about Sergey. Doesn't matter, it will be starting to peek out at the right time. Shut him down. Twist falls. And ENCE keeps it up. A 3-round lead now for ENCE. And as I said a little bit earlier, it is incredibly important for ENCE to take a victory here on Train. I'm pretty certain that we're gonna see NIP just hammering down ENCE on Overpass. I think that's gonna be a fairly one-sided affair. Here on Train, if ENCE lose this one, this could be a very one-sided affair for the entirety of the best of 3. Could be a fairly quick 2-0 as well. Lecro catching a frag through the smoke there. A little bit lucky. That's also a part of the game, we gotta remember that. Bobsky catching another one. 6-7. Was the closest defender towards the A bomb site. We do have Alu over towards Connector. And Sergey still lingering between the 2 bomb sites currently. Alu does eventually find the shot, but Sergey gets taken down. Nog taking care of X7. Are we gonna see another eco victory? Alu needs to come up absolutely massive, and it doesn't happen. He finds one, but he's quickly traded out by Nog. That will do the trick. NIP with another eco victory. Okay. If I'm not completely mistaken, I think that was the way they got their first round on the board as well in this game entirely. First frag once again in the favor of NIP. It's Ariel who decides to go a little bit aggressive over towards T-Connector, and that's gonna take him out of the equation. Lecro is still lurking in that position. We have a couple of players on the A bomb side, but they're mostly rotating off towards B, going for a bit of a gamble here, ENCE. Not necessarily the right idea, but obviously that's easy for me to say. I have way more information than they do. We do have 2 players down towards the Ivy position. 1 player on the opposite side of it. That's going to be X7. Sitting right on the edge of the smoke here, trying to find an angle. As soon as the smoke fades, he does find one. Quickly traded out. Elo in the meantime finding one of his own. They know there's another player down towards the Ivy position, but do they know about Twist and his AWP? They find the frag on Nog. That leaves it all on Twist and that AWP as mentioned. He's left alone. 1-on-3 situation, spots a player on the bomb site. Knows there's one in towards Pop Dog. Got an inkling about Alu, but not the angle. Alu finds the shot, and ENCE do manage to hold on to the round. Even though Ariel went down so early into that round as he decided to go for a bit of aggression in towards T-Connector, and Lecro was patiently waiting for that aggression, it is still going to be another round on the board here for ENCE. 13 now. 13 to 10. For a tactical timeout getting called. It's called by NIP. Again, I just want to remind you guys to see we have a lot of new viewers in here asking about the if the observer is absent. We don't have an observer for the stream. I am the observer, I'm the caster, I'm the producer. Unfortunately, auto director just simply doesn't work today. It doesn't catch any of the kills. So I'm doing my best to try and catch as many kills as possible for you guys and make sure you see as much as the action as possible, but I'm gonna miss a couple here and there. It's not a situation I'm used to, so bear with me. Still trying to bring you guys the best possible entertainment that we can. Quite interesting here is that we don't see Aloe dropping a primary weapon to X7. Seems like they think that Ninjas in Pyjamas might be on an eco for this one. Obviously, we have more information than they do, and we can see that NIP actually decided to force up into this round. 2 SG553s and AK-47, 2 Desert Eagles. So the SMG on X7 probably not going to have a whole lot of luck with that one. It's not the best weapon to shred through armor. But obviously, if it's up close and personal, he can potentially deal some damage. Now he gives away his position, and he gives away the fact that he's only on an SMG, which is troublesome, but he finds a frag through that smoke over towards that Ivy position. Good job on X7. Sunny catching one as well. X7 still spraying and praying, hoping for the best. Won't find the second. Does eventually get taken down, but it's now going to be all on Plopsky and Nok. Plopsky inching his way closer towards the bomb site here. Nok watching from multiple angles, but he'll get taken down. And now, as I said, all on Plopsky. Does find one, but there is a player close by on the flank. Doesn't find him just in time. Plopsky still inching his way forward, but now finally Sergey is in the right position. Shuts him down. And ends with 14 rounds. Ends with 2 rounds away to try and make sure that they shut this one down and take the victory on their own map choice. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. And IP once again deciding to go for a false buy. Not entirely sure if I necessarily 100% agree with this. But obviously it's either going for a false buy here or trying to play for overtime. And it seems like this false buy definitely shows a little bit of respect to ENCE. Yeah, not necessarily the worst idea for them to go for a false buy here. Not necessarily the best either. It's kind of up to interpretation, I suppose. Comes down to playstyle, I guess. Sergey. Sole defender over towards the B bomb site currently. We do have all of the NIP players setting up in towards brown holes right now. Setting up for that utility. And again, we only have 1 defender over here. This could actually work out for NIP. If they find the timing. If they find the correct amount of utility. But as soon as the utility gets spotted, Sergey changes up his position. Ariel does the same. They are going to be pushing in towards the bomb site here. Rest trying to catch an angle. It will be Plopsky connecting onto Sergey. Shuts him down. Ariel pushes forward. Plopsky takes him down as well. On the back of the site. All the way back. It's going to be X7 and he connects onto Plopsky. Bomb will get planted though. Lecro almost taken down through the smoke here. It's going to be up to him and Nok to try and see if they can bring this one to a halt. Lecro, he spots the player up high. Not in time to take him down. And now it's all on Nog. Up on the high ground. Finds the first. That's a good shot without taking too much damage. Gonna be looking for the second. Deals a lot of damage on that. Almost taking care of the player on the bomb. But again, not quite. So close and yet so far. It will be 15 on the board now for ENCE. Putting them on map point here on the first of the series. And again, very important map for ENCE. And it looks like it will go in their favor. Now, obviously, what works in NIP's favor right now is they do have enough money to buy up for this round entirely. That actually gives them potential of bringing this one back. But again, it's going to have to be 5 rounds in a row for NIP to take this one all the way back. And I just don't see that happening. Beautiful. Flashbang out towards Ivy. Oh, they almost line up. Allen catches the first, quickly traded out though. Plopsky has been very consistent thus far. He's been very smooth. Rest has taken so much damage. And actually gives away his position. Sergey is going to be inching his way forward. Rest does answer back, but in the meantime, Rest teammate Plopsky fell over towards T connector. And Sonny, he's playing down from T spawn. We also have X7 in a good position to the right-hand side of Rest. And a player in towards T connector. So many players. There's nothing Rest can do. And indeed, that will do the trick. ENCE do manage to take a victory. 16-10. GG, well played.